Okay, so here we go. This is season 1, episode 1 of Emmanuel and Pop Podcast.
Volume 1, issue 1.
Philosophy Hour featuring Mr. Page. Only for our pilot episode, we thought we'd shake it up and not have Mr. Page on the show.
What a twist! I mean,
what a twist, Emmanuel.
Twist, yeah.
Yeah, we're making up new words.
Sure, why not? I mean,
oh, this is going great.
Yeah, that's wild.
Okay, so I want to tell you a story. So I was, as you know, I was just in the J-Wing bathroom taking a poop.
Yeah.
And who walks into the bathroom but young Maxwell J. Perez?
Oh boy.
And guess what he asked me?
What a card.
Is my phone in that stall? I swear to God, this is like 5 minutes ago. So, and I find it. He left his phone sitting on top of the toilet paper thing.
Yeah.
And so after I get over the initial joy of the fact that our butt cheeks were resting on the same ceramic surface.
What a feeling.
Yeah.
To realize that, like, someone that you know...
I pick up on the phone, and guess who's calling the phone?
His mom.
No, that would have been great. His buddy Pietro, who's in the next room, who I guess was helping him look for the phone. But,
okay. Good guy, Pietro.
So I answer the phone, right? I don't give it to Max. Come on, I'm answering the phone. And I go, hello, Pietro. And he goes, did Max find the phone? Nope. Can't imagine who's... So I mess around with them a little bit, and
wow. And
then Max tells me to give it to him, and I'm like, I don't want to. I like this phone. This one's better than my phone, right? My phone's awful. Right?
Still an iPhone?
No, it was some Android phone. I don't know.
No.
And
so he has actual class.
But eventually I give in, and he tells me to put it on the ground. And like slide it out from under the stall, which I guess is the right way to do it.
Yeah, I guess like any other way would be really weird.
Like no,
you couldn't open the door. You couldn't put it over because you'd have to stand up.
No, I thought I'd just throw it over the stall. Hey, you catch it, all right? I hope you have a good case, Max, leaving your phone in the bathroom like that.
Yeah, I couldn't see myself even doing that. Like, if people use their phones while in the bathroom and all, but like, how could you leave it in there? Do you just get so caught up and preoccupied?
I would imagine he rested it on that toilet paper thing.
Yeah.
When he wipes, Yeah. And
now
we have to imagine, does Max wipe sitting down?
I'd
really rather. Or is he a stander?
I'd really rather not.
I used to be a stander when I was little, but then it got to the point that when I stood up, my head would peek out over the stall. And so I don't do that anymore.
Well, you have to find this middle ground from like squatting. Like, so you're like
no, you gotta get up and like get on your knees on the floor and just do it that way.
Yeah.
That's the way you do it.
That's the way Mother Nature intended. Little known fact.
Anyway, can you imagine that we were gonna have Mr. Page on the show, right?
Yeah. And
so I emailed him last night because I'm like, he might have forgotten,
right?
Yeah,
it happens.
So I don't want to like show up and be like, hey, you committed to recording with us for like an hour.
Get in this room with us.
So I emailed him, and he emailed me back this morning, right?
Yeah.
And I was going to forward this email to you, but I forgot. And it said, oh no, I committed to something else.
It happens.
And I'm like, you know what? That's fair, right? Yeah. You probably forgot.
Yeah, right.
He there's probably a theology meeting, he's probably got to meet with his boss or something, or he's got to meet with a student and go over and help him out.
Which
I'm like, this is very fair. But I was like, we're still going to go over to him because we need someone to let us into this room because we don't have keys. Did you hear that right, James? I said we don't have keys. So I go over there and I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, what are you doing? And guess who it is but young Maxwell J. Perez.
Oh man, this card again.
Setting up a PlayStation.
Yeah.
In
J121.
J121.
My old homeroom.
And
yeah, Pietro's like hooking up that thing at the top.
Pietro's standing on a chair, fiddling with the projector, and I'm thinking, what is going on? And Mr. Page spills the beans very quickly. He's not good under interrogation. He says, Max wanted to show me something in a video game.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's just stop right here. All right.
Yeah.
What? Like I feel slighted a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
What are the odds that like of all the days, it would just happen to be on the exact same one that we wanted to do.
I mean, I know. Like, what are the odds that when we claim every Thursday for the rest of the year, something would happen on one of those Thursdays? Who saw that coming? And,
Hindsight.
but I'm a little, you know, like,
Miffed.
yeah, I'm a little ticked.
Yeah, kind of. Like,
I'm thinking this is not a real thing. Like, this is not important.
I mean, like, in the big scale of things, you can only question how important ours is. But I mean, I feel like ours has more presidents, right?
Yeah, I mean, we are under the name of a club.
Yeah.
We have a room. It says the pulse on the wall here.
Right there. And there.
Yeah, there's a microphone in my face. I'm gonna move that. And
We're not using.
but we have a microphone. All right.
Yeah, we have
that we are totally using.
Of course.
Wink, wink. And here Mr. Page is playing a video game with Max Perez and Pietro.
Yeah. At first I thought it was something for Gadfly, but like no, it's just like some off-time activity.
No, I knew it wasn't for Gadfly because one, there's no one in the Gad Lab right now, and I saw a PlayStation, and I'm like,
yeah, the PlayStation 4 was a bit of a tip-off. I was like,
the PlayStation 4 was a bit of a tip-off, and I don't know. I'm gonna feel a little I'm telling you something, and we're not gonna, and don't tell Mr. Page this, and hopefully he won't listen to this before then. But next time,
cut it out.
When we bring him in next week, the first question we're gonna ask him is, so what's the philosophy of bailing on an official club business to play video games with one of your former students?
Like Max isn't even one of his former students.
Yeah,
He's
you know, Max brought his PlayStation in here, right?
in here?
To school.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
I guess he left it in his car or something.
Yeah, that makes. Did you drive here?
He does sometimes.
But
I would not, even then, I would not be willing to do that. I would not bring, like, I have a PlayStation, I would not bring it in to school.
That takes dedication.
That'd be a little bit too much for me.
Yeah. Each their own, I guess, but
Still, here we are.
on our own.
Pilot episode. Here we go again on our own.
Calls Whitesnake.
Going down the only road I've ever known. I hate that song.
Really?
80s, that's from the 80s, right?
Yeah.
I'd imagine late 70s maybe. 80s rock music is very bland to me. Like Journey.
Really? Actually, no, I understand where you're coming from, actually.
It's very...
Triumph? Is that Triumph?
I don't. Okay, I'm gonna level with you. I don't really know much 80s rock music,
Right.
but what I've heard
Yeah.
is...
Yeah.
Was Queen around in the 80s? I like Queen, so I guess that would be one exception. But
Okay.
I don't even know if they were around in the 80s. They might not have been.
Let me get a fact check up here.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were definitely around in the 80s. I don't think they started in the 80s.
Oh, yeah, they were definitely around in the 70s.
Yeah. Queen.
Queen. Freddie Mercury.
Oh, God,
The
what's
one
this
who's
one? Yeah, 1970.
is when they...
Yes.
When did they break up, does it say? They might have gone right up until Freddie Mercury died, so...
I could see that. But yeah. So Queen... Wait, Pink Floyd is like what?
Pink Floyd, I can tell you this because I know that.
Of course.
Technically,
Technically.
Pink Floyd's last album came out 3 years ago.
Oh wait, yeah, wasn't it like the one that they never released, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that doesn't really count. So, their debut album, 1967.
Right.
All right. Same year as Sgt. Pepper's came out, another great album. And their last So their last album with Roger Waters was kind of the front man.
Mhm.
1983, and then he leaves, and then they released a couple albums after that were okay, and then the last one of those came out in 1994. So it was like 1983, then they released one in 1987, and then one in 1994, and then one in two. So it got a lot. It was basically over.
Staggered, yeah.
So when did Queen break up? Because
They're still together apparently, like technically, because like
like everyone but Freddie, like they still
I
like
presume,
they still tour, I guess.
I guess so.
Yeah. That's cool.
But I mean, it's not like they're making new songs.
Yeah. You know the guitarist for that?
Mm,
Renowned astrophysicist Brian May.
Seriously.
I'm not kidding. And I'm thinking, what? Like, I can't, unless Queen was wildly successful right away, like, he had prospects. You have
We would have had to.
anything you want.
We're gonna go into that.
You're a renowned astrophysicist, and you're like, nah, I'm gonna be in a band. I mean, props to him.
I mean, in all fairness, it's really not a lose. He can't really lose in that kind of situation.
I mean, that is true, yeah. Like, if the band doesn't work out,
Like, you still have.
what? Oh, no, you're not a physicist anymore. Sorry.
Bummer! No.
You gave up on that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
He's gonna enjoy himself, by the way, so. And if anything, that's like a really good position to be in. Because, like, you can choose between your passions. Or maybe it's a hard one. I don't even know if he's passionate about it.
About astrophysics?
I presume.
I think he is.
So, like, either way.
I think because, like, he released a couple, like, papers and stuff.
Yeah?
Like, during Queen's heyday. Like, he still took time to do some astrophysics stuff. Like, you don't get a PhD in something like astrophysics
Yeah,
if
you
you're
can't just,
not
like,
into it already.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, when you get that far, you obviously have a certain amount of time.
Like, I hate chemistry.
Yeah.
Sorry to swallow. But, like, it's a thing you have to do for 1 year. So it's like, but I'm not about to go get a PhD in something like that.
And something that you don't even care about. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, that's a good situation to be in.
I guess that's true, yeah. So now I want to get a PhD in something.
And then start a band.
And then start a band, and then, like...
The hardest part is choosing between which one you want to follow. If even. Because, like...
The only problem with that now, I think, because this was back in the 70s when we did this.
Right.
You'd be in so much debt right away if you got a PhD in astrophysics. Unless you're like a genius.
Yeah.
And I'm not. So it's like I basically have to get a job with astrophysics right away to pay off my debts. I don't know.
I suppose it. And then I guess being in a band could, if it's successful enough, could make up for that.
Yeah, okay. So we're getting a little lag in the conversation. So let's move on to our Yahoo question of the day.
Oh boy.
I am pumped for this. It's a doozy. It's a good one.
It is indeed. Can confirm.
Help! My enemy
I love how
goes to the same community college as me.
Can I just say how much I love that they use enemy? It's like
Yeah, it's
your
such a-
lifelong rival who's like
My
thwarted
enemy.
every plan has been.
My arch nemesis. Oh my god. Okay, so let's get into this. This enemy humiliated me with an horrible incident that happened to me since the beginning of high school, almost 4 years ago, parentheses 355,
See.
close parentheses. I don't know if he's linking to a YouTube video or something, like he's...
No, like he memorized the exact time. It was just that traumatic.
It happened at 3:55 in the PM,
Yeah, he
alright?
Just knocked over his lunch tray on accident.
And I felt so mad and disappointed today that I saw my enemy at the assembly. And it's disappointing for me because I thought I wasn't going to see them for life since I started community college 3 weeks ago. And so far, it only made it to 3 months enjoying my life without my enemy being at my site. What could be worst,
Worst, yes.
besides this guy's grammar, is
Heyo.
that this is the longest person I've known since 4th grade, and I'm going to deal with this when I go to the cafeteria to eat, or when I'm switching classes until May 2019. My question is, I don't know, if it's possible if I could switch college with the same name but different town once the semester is over, before the holiday winter season and New Year's?
That's a heavy question.
That is a very... Okay, first off, we have to wonder, what did this enemy do?
Yeah.
That it became such a... that they couldn't bury the hatchet after 4 years.
Yeah, I don't even...
And he's known this guy since 4th grade, so they've known each other for a while.
Exactly.
But
so
whatever made them enemies happened only 4 years ago. So...
Wait. So there's some continuity here.
So they were clearly on speaking terms at least. I don't know if they were friends.
Yeah, they had to have been.
And then he did something so drastic that it's just no, we're done.
Something to make him into his enemy.
What? Do you think he like pantsed him in front of all the girls at his high school or something?
That sounds like too melodramatic. I just feel like.
I mean, this is the guy who's going to keep something around for 4 years and then want to switch colleges because he's at the same community college as this
That
guy.
just makes it sound like traumatic.
So I think whoever's asking the question is a bit over the top
Probably.
and has some issues letting go of things.
Maybe just a few.
Just a little judgment on my part, you know. I don't know if that just made this guy my enemy for the rest of my life.
True, you can never be too safe.
But, you know, something to think about. Do you think... I'd like to imagine it was something like... Maybe there was a video of him that got released. That would suck.
That would make someone my enemy. Like, if you did that to me, like, non-consensual release of a video of me doing something, I guess, embarrassing, I presume. Yeah, I could see...
That's why I never have my phone out. And, like, that's why I don't have Snapchat, is because I feel like everyone I see using Snapchat is, like, always using it, and they're always recording things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to be recording myself, because I'm going to do something stupid. And
that's one thing. But, yeah, in general, I see where you're coming with that.
Yeah.
I don't think... There's some people who do record, like, an awful lot of things.
Yeah.
I have it, I can't... There's, like, even when I go to events, sometimes I can't bring myself to just record it, because, like, I have no point.
Yeah. What?
He was just doing...
Maybe this guy spent, like, a month making fun of this dude's grammar.
That would...
I think that would get on my nerves.
Yeah. I don't know if that'd make someone an enemy, though. Like, that's a strong word. That's like a pet peeve.
This is like, no, you're right. This is like, you're right, like, this is your enemy. Like,
This has to be, like, something that's...
there are people who did things to me that, like, pissed me off 4 years ago. Like, people who I went to grade school with who go to this high school. I wouldn't say they're my enemy by any means.
Yeah.
But what about this question, all right? He wants to know if it's possible if he could switch college with the same name, but different town once the semester is over. Does he... I don't know what he means. Do you think he... There are two options here, all right? The way I see it. Either he wants to find a different college in a different town that has the same name, like a different university with the same name, or he's under the impression that if he switches colleges, he has to change his name, and he wants to know if there's a way he can switch colleges without changing his name.
I'm gonna presume it's like...
I want to think it's the second one.
Yeah.
I want to think this guy is so stupid that it's like, well, you know, my name is Harold, and I like that name, but I want to switch colleges.
It's like change my name.
What can I do?
What do I do?
What are my options here?
I love how, like, I mean, switching colleges can be, like, pretty troublesome, but, like, I love how he just thinks he has to change everything about his entire life.
And this is one semester in. To a community college, right? He
Seriously.
finishes in 2019. This is a 2-year thing, right? This isn't even a full 4 years. And he just can't handle, not even...
Not that bad.
And he says he's been at this college for 3 weeks, so
Yeah.
he's not in any classes with this guy. He's clearly not like his roommate. I don't even know if that's a thing at community colleges that you live there.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt it. But, like, they have...
Just the idea that you have to
the
pass him in the hallways.
Like, that would happen.
Nope. Too much. Gotta go.
Yeah, seriously. No.
Oh, wow. What?
Just knowing that he's there. I love how just knowing that this person is there makes him want to leave entirely. And even change his name.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's just like because of college, but still. If that's even what he meant.
I think I'm gonna propose a little theory for you here. All right.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Okay.
I think that this enemy probably didn't really do anything. And this is just the type of guy who would make an enemy out of something for 4 years.
No, I can see it.
Like, if you have an enemy for that long, it doesn't matter what anyone does to you. someone's gonna be your enemy eventually if you're that type of person.
Of course. Yeah, I feel like, and I mean, even to support that theory, like the fact that he wants, just because the enemy is at the same institution as them, they want to leave entirely or just start over. Like the fact, I mean, what I'm saying is that kind of person would do the exact same thing.
Can you imagine the conversations he'd have with people switching, at a new college? Oh yeah, so why'd you switch? My enemy went to the same institution as I. What? I'd back away from him. I'd be like,
Yeah, that'd be a bit of a, but that would make you his enemy. The fact that you ignored him.
That's true, but you know what? I wouldn't have to worry about it because he'd switch colleges again.
That's true.
He'd just leave.
That is true. I wonder how often. What if this is his 5th college? Like he just happened to make enemies everywhere.
He's in his 40s and he just can't graduate college because he keeps switching colleges.
Everyone becomes his enemy. And then he just can't stay there anymore.
Yeah.
It's like breathing in the same air. It's too much of a burden.
Oh, that's beautiful.
What a way to live your life.
He finally gets a job. Hey, I need you to restock these shelves. Are you asking me to do something, sir? You're my enemy now, alright?
Exactly.
Oh man. We're gonna have to stew on that one. Maybe we'll come back to it. I don't know.
Meditate on it.
Let's move on to our next segment. I'm not gonna do the jangle.
The jangle?
From the soundboard.
Oh no.
I can't sing that, but I can't play off the soundboard while I'm recording on this iPad. So where are we at?
Taco guy.
So somewhere in America it has to be.
Of course, America's beautiful.
Suspected car thief lured out of tree by taco. That's the headline, all right?
I love the structure of that headline.
At cjme.com, we get the scoop.
Oh man.
On September 27th, 2017,
So that was yesterday.
at 3:39
At the time we're
p.m.
recording this.
in Regina. I don't know where Regina is. Look that up real quick.
Okay.
Regina, America. It's probably Alabama. I mean,
I don't know.
let's be real. Let's be real.
No, Florida. Florida man. It's all about the Florida.
It could be Florida. It could be Florida. So let's get into the story. Regina police officers spent all afternoon negotiating with a man to come down from a tree he climbed to escape arrest
I got a Canada city.
before he was ultimately lured down with a taco provided by a neighbor. You said you got Canada?
Yeah. I don't know. Are you sure it doesn't say anywhere?
It just says Regina.
Huh.
I don't know.
Yeah, I could understand it being a Canadian actually.
Yeah, that would be. Hold on a second.
Oh,
so. So these cops spent a whole half hour, or a whole afternoon.
Yeah, just trying to get him out of the tree. I wonder if
Trying to. Do they have nothing else going on? This really must be. Now that I think about it, it could be Canada. If they
Yeah.
have nothing else to do, but negotiate with a man in a tree. And trust me, it gets better. Okay, so the police say the man climbed the tree on the 700 block of Garnet Street. Who cares? Around 11:45 in the a.m. after officers followed the man who was suspected of stealing a vehicle. Police say he was first spotted in a vehicle and then on a bicycle. Okay.
Wait. So was this
So he ditched the vehicle
Yeah.
because you can't bring your stolen Prius up into a tree.
Little known fact. But
I mean, you probably could because I think, little known fact, as you were about to say, I'm sure, Toyotas are actually native tree dwellers.
that actually is a little known fact.
I mean,
They were specifically built. Every type of car has its own terrain, you know? You have there's some that are all terrain, there's some that are more muddy terrain, you have some that are for the water, you have some for the clouds.
and you gotta have some for trees.
Exactly.
That's where Toyota cornered the market.
The arboreal cars.
Yes. We can ask the Arbor Club about it.
Oh, yeah, like Arbor Day yeah.
Anyway, the man armed with a screwdriver.
I love that.
My God, he's got a screwdriver!
I just loved that.
Oh man,
I mean, what's like the threshold? I mean,
Is this what Canadian culture is now? That like they're not allowed to have guns, so they all have screwdrivers.
I guess it's the closest thing, because like, what crosses the threshold from everyday item to actual weapon? Granted, he was probably using it as one, but like, what if he just happened to have a screwdriver on him? And it's just like,
Back away, officer. I've got a screwdriver, and I will use it if I have to. I will fix your cabinets if you don't back away.
exactly.
He said he reportedly shouted that he'll stab the cops with a screwdriver.
Yeah.
I have to apologize, folks. It sounds like Anime Club is getting a little rowdy.
Yeah, it's that time of the day.
Anyway.
But yeah.
You can't stab someone with a screwdriver.
Especially if they have a gun.
I mean, I guess you could if you tried.
You could, well, flathead or star.
Yeah, well, is this flathead or is this Phillips are we talking about? Because we all know that a flathead screwdriver is a dangerous weapon.
That's very true.
While a Phillips screwdriver is nothing more than a child's plaything.
Exactly.
So.
I mean, it's like house cats and saber-toothed tigers.
Look at this picture. He's like in the tree. Like, he's like.
Okay, props to him for being able to like climb that wall.
Yeah, he's not even like clinging to the trunk or anything. He's just standing on the branch.
He's legit just chilling there.
Yeah.
He seems to be like almost enjoying himself.
A crisis negotiator arrived on the scene around 12:30 p.m. You know, in case he gets too handsy with that screwdriver of his.
Oh man, it could get dangerous. You know, like
that could.
If he's in that tree, he has a perfect angle to stab anyone.
As of 3 p.m., 3 hours later.
I love that.
3 hours. This situation has not been resolved. There are bank robberies that have gone quicker than this. Okay, at 3 p.m., there are around 15 uniformed and plainclothes police officers on scene.
Why would you need that many?
Firefighters and EMS were also there to assist police. Okay, Regina, I'm gonna have to level with you. You need to do something to spice up the town if this is what your police corps is doing.
Get a gang war going on or something. I mean,
you gotta have a festival of some kind, maybe like a concert. Get people so like that. Yeah, your cops are sitting around just
15
waiting for something to do. Hey, I got something going on. Oh, I'll join. Me too. We'll make a party out of it. You know, the whole police corps just
playing blackjack while they wait.
And the firefighters.
Exactly.
And the EMS people. Ah, man.
Why would you need... I don't understand.
Also, props to this guy for standing in a tree for 3 hours. Like,
oh, yeah, that too.
You could have watched like a Lord of the Rings movie or something in that time.
That's true. I guess if you're just that good at it, you can...
The person who wrote this article has screenshots of her tweets going on. The man seems relaxed. At one point, even yawned.
Wow, that's the ultimate sign of relaxation.
This situation is escalating. He is yawning here. He is now on his 4th smoke since I arrived here. Okay. More than another hour passed, and the police started to close in on the man.
Okay.
What, were they all, like, sitting around playing, like, a D&D campaign real quick? Like, just trying to kill the afternoon?
They're just, like, slowly progressing up the tree.
Another person started to spray the man with water.
I love how it says another person.
Yeah, so not a cop.
Yeah, not anyone, like, no special force. No, just some dude.
Just some Hoosier shows up with, like, a spray bottle. Like some,
just, like, spritzes it on
like
the
some
tree.
Windex, like, I've gotten squirrels out of these trees, I'm gonna get a car thief out of this tree. Like...
I could see that. I could very much so see that.
The man shouted swear words at them and eventually dropped his backpack.
What was in the backpack?
I don't know, but once he did that, the negotiator remains in contact with the man as they made a different plan.
As opposed to what?
As opposed to, I don't know. Like, I guess dropping the backpack introduced too many uncontrollable variables.
It's very true. You never know.
Into this situation, you know?
Backpacks are very...
You don't know. A squirrel could run up looking for food, and that would just drastically shift the odds in the car thief's favor.
Exactly.
Of getting out of this alive. When your 15 officers and firefighters and EMS workers are all distracted by this squirrel.
Right.
You know.
Too many uncontrollable variables, like you said. Just too much.
While police were talking amongst themselves, you know, little daytime gossip, you know.
Just chilling.
Did you hear what Steven said about me the other night? You won't believe it, man. Because I got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Concerned parents were talking to each other nearby in the alley about how they hoped the police could wrap it up soon because kids were about to come home from school.
Concerned parents. Well, let's say.
I mean, I don't blame them.
Yeah, that's true.
It's been 3.5 hours. And we're still... No, 4.
I'd be concerned about other things as well, but still. That's understandable.
Like, come on.
Mommy, what's that guy doing in the tree? Hey, can
And
I
he's
throw
just like
something at him?
screaming at him. I'll stab you!
Tried to take
Okay.
a hostage.
Around 20 minutes later, a lady could be heard yelling at the man in the tree from the alley. She said she brought him an Indian taco. Prior to this, the man had said he was hungry. So it takes our hero, a lady
With an Indian taco?
with an Indian taco,
Yeah,
to fix this. You have 15 cops, all right?
What did the negotiator do? Like,
I don't know.
seriously, like, they just apparently showed up and did nothing to
This
actually...
negotiator is on the scene for 4 hours, and then it's solved because some lady shows up with a taco.
Yeah, hire that lady.
Regina, you need to
finally.
get it together, all right?
Seriously. So
after he is offered a taco, he comes down from the tree and is arrested.
Oh, does he go, like, quietly, or does he, like, resist?
I don't know. You think he grabs the taco and makes a run for it?
I could very much see that. Or, like, he tries to get back in the tree. Like, after he gets the taco. Just, like, sprints to another tree.
What even is an Indian taco? I'm going to go into the comments on this. I'm not sure what an Indian taco is. Oh, here we go.
Taco from India.
It's a type of taco from a restaurant in Regina.
Of course, classic Regina. Classic Regina. Watch this whole thing just be, like, a plug for that restaurant. Trying to, like...
Our tacos will de-escalate hostage situations. Except there wasn't even a hostage.
Maybe
Except the tree, I guess.
Oh, yeah, the tree could have been held hostage. You never know.
Do you know how much Canadians care about their trees?
A lot.
Oh, yeah.
Presumably.
He could have put that screwdriver into the tree. It just stabbed it. Right in the
that would be
branch.
dangerous.
That would be very dangerous.
Too many factors.
That's that's really something. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You think you'd turn yourself in for a taco?
Hmm.
Do you think he got the taco? It didn't say. I think that's some shoddy journalism right there that we didn't get to know if he got the taco. But
Yeah.
would you turn yourself in for a taco?
That's a very tough question.
And it's an Indian taco, right?
I've never had an Indian. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
this is I might not like it.
That's true.
I might not enjoy an Indian taco.
That's very
I've
true.
had like Indian food before, and it's never been bad. But I don't know if that jives well with a taco. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And if maybe this guy is like already accustomed to it, maybe the lady knew specifically that he would enjoy an Indian taco above all other things.
I mean, this is a small town, right?
It's true.
We have 15 cops on the scene for 4 hours to get this guy out of a tree.
She could have just been undercover the whole time.
Oh man, that was their master plan.
That
Get him complacent, make him stay there for 4 hours,
Right. Get him hungry.
and then introduce the taco.
his favorite lunchtime meal.
Oh man,
Boom.
they must have been following this guy for weeks, watching him steal cars, just so that when he got caught in that tree, they'd have something up their sleeve.
That's
You know what? I changed my mind. Props to you, Regina officers.
yeah.
You really put it together there.
Regina PD's actually got it together. All things considered.
Oh man.
Wherever it is. But yeah. Wow. That was a great story.
What a they need to make. I fully expect Mel Gibson to make a movie about this.
Please do. I do
Right.
want that.
All the Academy Awards.
With Tom Cruise as the guy in the tree.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks has made a lot of movie adaptations.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that would be. I expect the novella.
Oh yes. Graphic. I would prefer a graphic novel.
Graphic novel, that too.
Like truly in trance.
I expect the TV series about this.
Yeah. Or maybe just like a Netflix series.
Very much. Netflix will make a show about anything.
That's true. That's very true.
I expect the viral videos.
Oh, totally.
This
Okay.
is just too perfect. We need to get this guy
We do need to get him on this podcast.
and meet him up with Mr. I'm gonna switch colleges because of my enemy from
Oh,
6 years
man.
ago.
Oh man.
And I just want to see
What
how
if they
they
were
go
the
at it.
same guy? That's a bit far fetched, but
I mean, okay. I don't know what the laws in Canada are, so maybe that's where he's getting the you have to change your name.
that's true. Canadia's a.
Do you think his enemy
Lucas
like
work.
stole his screwdriver?
I could see that, and he has an attack from well, the backpack. It's just full of screwdrivers.
What's in the backpack? It's his enemy.
Whoa.
Whoa.
This just get dark. That's pretty.
Alive. Just crammed in there.
So his enemy was a rabbit.
He was gonna leave his enemy. Yeah, his enemy's like a squirrel. But like, attends the same community college as he does.
No, it doesn't even attend. He just saw it outside. Like during the assembly, he just saw it out the window. He's like the exact same
Is that
squirrel.
the same squirrel? I am leaving this college. I am out of here.
That's the precise reason. It all makes sense.
We're piecing it together, all right? What do you think? Man, this is like a conspiracy. I want the Ken Burns documentary on this, all right?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
The man who...
You need like Zodiac, but with this. You seen that movie?
No, but I know who the Zodiac Killer is, and I can
Yeah,
tell you
yeah.
he's nowhere near as important to North American history as this man right here. All right? This
Right.
man is going down in the history books for what he's done.
That's very true.
I'm gonna, you just gotta switch college, and steal a car, then abandon it
Right.
to climb in a tree.
Grand Theft Auto into the tree, and then
All we need from this man is a public incident at a McDonald's,
that would complete it. That would complete
and
it.
that would just put him into. He'd be the next president. I can guarantee it. He'd have all the check boxes. He'd have all the
I
boxes
can see
marked.
that. I can see that. He'd get my vote. Not
Oh,
gonna lie.
he already has my vote where it is.
Like-
But like, come on,
what a piece of work.
he is there.
The pinnacle of humanity.
The pinnacle.
Yes.
The pinnacle of the worst of humanity.
The worst. Yes. Right.
Widow with the wisps.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's about where we're gonna have to wrap it up.
Yeah. Pretty.
I gotta
solid
get
time.
going, unfortunately.
Right. It happens.
So that was a good time. Oh no, I wasn't recording. I'm just kidding.
I would just.
Did you get really scared for a second?
We're like.